Good morning. Hi YouTube family. Hi orchid family. This is day 2 of digging. Okay, this one is actually empty the way I wanted to. There's a ground drill, a hand drill to drill some holes through the clay layer that's underneath there, because you can't stick a shovel in there. So I'm going to get a bag of gravel and I'm gonna make 4 holes and fill them with gravel so the water can seep through the clay. My veggie garden, I can't dig out my veggies at the moment. It's way too cold. There's clay underneath there, so that needs to be done in spring. In this layer I'm going to make holes, about 2 or 3, to make sure it drains well. So yeah, that's day 2, and I hope to show you the result very soon, because it was really cold. It didn't freeze, but those plants are not happy, I guess, with their roots bare in the cold. It's about 2 degrees Celsius, that's 34 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. So it's cold, really cold. And I left stuff in water. Yeah, didn't have a good evening, so yesterday evening I just quit. I just went back to bed. Sometimes it's like the memes on 9gag that I can't adult today. Anyway, we're gonna have Cheyenne's birthday party, so this is it for today, and I will show you the rest tomorrow. Bye bye. There's hubby there with the wheelbarrow. But yeah, he's kind enough to dig for me, so yes, with his white trousers. He's very stubborn. He does stuff in his good clothes. I can't get him to wear overalls. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will show you the result later. Bye bye. Love you all. Rose out. Okay, let me explain a little bit about yucca culture in short. I will quote something of the website of Paul Whedon. He says, "Yucca culture is nothing more than making raised garden beds filled with rotten wood. This makes for raised garden beds loaded with organic material, nutrients, air pockets for the roots of what you plant, etc. As the years pass, the deep soil of your raised garden bed becomes incredibly rich and loaded with soil life. As the wood shrinks, it makes more tiny air pockets, so your yucca culture becomes sort of a self-tilling. In the first few years, the composting process will slightly warm your soil, giving you a slightly longer growing season. The woody matter helps to keep nutrient access from passing into the groundwater, and then refeeding that to your garden plants later. Plus, by holding so much water, yucca culture could be part of a system for growing garden crops in the deserts with no irrigation, and it's actually when it's invented." Okay, so in this picture you see cross sections of yucca culture beds. In the top left corner you see that they placed the branches and the logs on the bottom in a trench, and they removed grass sods and they put them upside down back on the wood pile, and they put their compost over there, planted on there, and by making a large bed you increase the surface area, so you can grow 3 times the amount of vegetables that you would in the normal flat space. You don't have to make raised beds. The nice thing of yucca culture and any way of gardening is you can make it your own. Yucca culture beds are perfect for gardening in places that are not very suitable to garden, like in the desert, or in my case, because I have very clay soil and the water won't drain. So making a raised bed with wood inside makes for a good irrigation system. So the water is dispersed on a timely manner, and it's divided equally to my plants. And so actually what I also wanted to say is that by making a yucca culture bed, you actually have a garden bed. Saves you a lot of work and a lot of watering, and a lot of you don't have to fertilize as much, you don't have to water as much, and you don't have to till the ground. And with my bag that's ideal. So that's actually the reason why I chose to use a yucca culture method my way. And I can't make it as high as I wanted to make it, because just for the sheer fact I don't have enough wood. I don't get out of the house much. In the weekends I'm very busy with my family. It's been freezing cold and raining, so nobody wants to go to the wood with me to collect some wood. So therefore you make do with what you have, and that's the perfect thing. You can always add on to the pile later. or you can leave it small. Paul Whedon and Sepp Holzer say the bigger the better. That's not what I'm going to do, but I will show you the rest of the video. Hi orchid family, hi YouTube family, hi. So I'm busy with making my Yugo culture bed, and what I did is, you see some black spots, and what I did is we dug holes and we put gravel in there, and I topped it off with sticks because I didn't have enough gravel. I put wheat cloth over there, made sure that it was in place. I was able to get some young pruning things from, it looks like a willow, but I think you call it an Indian bean tree. So I got the young twines. Then I have, this is the only wood that I gathered so far. That's rotten from the woods and stuff. That's gonna go on top of there. Then gonna be 3 trash bags full of leaves. I'm gonna top that off with a little bit of my old clay soil. And on top of that I'm going to put topsoil, compost and stuff like that. And I'm planning to raise it a little bit. Yesterday what I did, I got my, I don't know how you say it, a wheelbarrow, and I went to a construction site and they were demolishing my daughter's old school, and I asked if I could have some tiles. Some, I don't know how you call that, concrete tiles. And I'm going to protect the fence with the tiles. So I'm going to make a little bit of a raised bed. It's going to be a slope from the path a little bit up. And then most of the bulbs going to be on the back side and in the middle. And that way my bulbs won't rot away. And I hope I can take advantage of the Yugo culture bed and the rotten wood. And so I hope I get healthy soil and healthy plants. And that's it for now, because it's still barren. All my plants are in pots and bags on my porch. My raised bed is for 3/4 empty. The rest we're going to dig out today. And then I'm going to have to do the same with this, but I'm out of leaves and I'm out of wood. So I think I need to go to the woods and gather some. But this is how far it is at this moment. And thank you all for watching. Bye! Oh, it's absolutely cold. And me and my mother-in-law went to one neighborhood over, and we found some nice, not rotten, but there's a lot of algae on there, moss and stuff. So it's a good wood source, good carbon source, and the light is going away because I have a garden lamp on sensor. This is how it looks with all the wood in. I think I'm about 10 centimeters below soil level. So I'm gonna fill this with compost and half decomposed compost and then leaves. Top it off with clay soil. And then it's going to be pitch black. And I will, after the compost, I will just show you step by step, or I will show you pictures, because this is really annoying. Yeah, see you later. Bye. Good morning. Last night I filled it up with the extra wood that I got with my mother-in-law, and then I put 3 trash bags full of leaves in there over the wood. And I think I sprinkled a bucket of clay in between the wood and the leaves. Now I just took a whole wheelbarrow full of dirt from my raised bed and put it over there. But I'm not making a real dent in it. So I think I have about 3 bags of 40 liters of garden center dirt. The cheap version, the one that's actually too sour to plant plants in. But I think that I don't have enough to fill the whole bed. I was a little bit carried away with getting rid of my clay soil, but I also need a little bit to fill my beds. I'm not really interested in the Yugo culture way of not watering. I live in Holland. We have enough rain, we have enough water. But what I want is, I just want to replace my soil for something with a high content of nutrients in there. So the wood and the leaves and the compost that I threw in there is going to re-energized, re-mineralized, fertilized. But that's what I know about Yugo culture. That's what I read. That's what I've seen online. And So there are a few words that are going in my Google search history is permaculture, it's no-till method, it's mulching, and it's culture. And if I combine all of those, then I don't have to weed as much. My soil, I don't have to water as much. My garden takes less time, and I am going to mineralize and refertilize my soil, because you're not growing plants, you're raising soil. Healthy soil means healthy plants, and that way I don't have to work as hard at a garden that's conventional, when you have to till it and weed it every 2 weeks, because with my bag that's just not possible. So I have to find ways to circumvent that. So that's my plan for the border. As you can see, it's fuller but still not done, and I think it's going to take another week before it's going to be done, because it's freezing at the moment. It's really cold. We celebrate St. Nicholas today, and after that I'm going to, I don't know, go in hibernation, because I'm tired. And but I'm happy, and I was walking to the woods in the park yesterday with my mother-in-law with a ginormous tree branch that has 5 branches and leaves on it, and I was hauling it behind me, and I was feeling like a kid in a candy store. I'm just happy to be busy, happy to do something that's sustainable, happy that's something free, something that's it's gonna amount to something. So yeah, I'm happy. I hope you're happy. Thank you for watching, and I will keep you all updated. Bye, have a happy weekend. First, enjoy the autumn, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, Rose out. Okay, well, back to slideshows for a bit, because my phone broke, and what I did here is I think I put 4 bags of 40 liters of cheap garden dirt in the border, and when I was done and raked it all in, I came to the conclusion that I didn't have enough. So I raked it all back into to one side. Then I put the tiles against the fence so to protect it. You see the blue barrel on the right side. That's half full of half composted compost, and I put it against the tiles. So after that I went outside and picked a whole bag of comfrey, and that's weed just like dandelions with a long taproot, so it can reach the minerals. I took the lawnmower out and put the bag of comfrey on the lawn and the pathway, and cut the grass, got the comfrey, and cut a bag of leaves and made a mix with that, and so it's rich in carbon and in nitrogen, so that's a very good mix, and put that over the compost, and I will show you footage of what I've done next. So what I've done so far is that the tiles that I got, that I dug them in against the fence, so the fence is protected from the moisture so it doesn't rot away. But in the meantime, Barry dug out almost everything out of my raised beds. And we went a little bit overboard, because now I don't have enough to fill my border. So what I'm doing, and you might think I'm a mad woman, I'm taking my, how you call this, lawnmower, and I'm riding over bags of leaves. And what you get is very small, very small leaves. And I already did this with 5 bags of leaves, I think. And because I didn't have enough soil, this is my store-bought garden soil that I mixed with a little bit of my own clay, but I scraped it off. I put the rest of my half composted compost in the back, so it's a little bit of a slope. I'm not sure if you can see it. I just stamped on it, so the most of the slope is gone, but over there's about 15 centimeters of compost against the tiles, and then there's about 2 inch of leaves. I still need about 2 bags of leaves. All my plants are still on my porch. I planted them all in buckets and tubs and pots, and put a blanket over them and some bubble wrap, so they're still waiting. What's going to happen is after I get inside, I get a cup of coffee and warm up a little bit, I continue with my last 2 trash bags full of leaves. This was my old compost bin. I got a new one. I got that one for free, so I'm really excited about that one. I got a proper one, so I don't have to build one. But anyway, so 2 more bags of leaves that I'm going to spread out over this and go over there with my lawnmower. After that, I'm going to sculpt it, stand on it, stamp on it, and make sure it's about 5 centimeters below the top of the tile. Then I'm going to rake back the store-bought cheap dirt. It's got a lot of turf in it. That's very acidic, so it's not advised to plant plants in there. But because it's so acidic, I think it does a really good job of composting and breaking down the rest of the leaves. After that, I have a quart of a cubic yard of composted soil that I scraped off my garden beds, my raised beds, my veggie beds. It's in 2 years, there's a lot of coffee grounds, eggshells and stuff like that in there. And also I watered my plants with a lot of fertilizer, so it's very great compost. It's full of worms. So after I done that, after I scrape back the cheap dirt, I'm gonna top it off with my compost, and then I should be ready to get rid of all this junk and plant my plants. But anyway, it's gonna take about another week for me to finish this. I really wanted to show you how this looks now before I put the dirt over it, and I hope to do a little segment about explaining Hugel culture a little bit better. I have a few drawings and a few pictures that I can show to really explain the whole idea. But for now, I'm gonna go inside and get some coffee because I'm cold. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for still being with me and helping me through this and supporting me, even though I don't post regular or I haven't got time or the mind space to watch other people's videos. I'm really appreciative of each and every one of my subscribers, and especially the ones who comment, and you make my day brighter, and I appreciate a lot. I appreciate that a lot. So thank you for doing that, and I will see you guys in a different video. Bye. Rose out. Ow, ow. Okay, I'm officially done for today. 3 bags of leaves shredded, added to the pile, and dirt scraped back on top. So only thing that leaves me now is one of those big white bags is full of dirt. Distribute it over there. Plant my plants. Backfill my plants with store-bought compost. And then mulch with another few bags of leaves. So everything is nicely insulated and I don't get massive amounts of weeds next spring. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm done for today. I think it looks well enough. You can't really see that it's sloping, I think. Just a tiny bit in the back. But I stomped on it really, really well. And it's still airy, it's still fluffy, it still bounces because of all of the wood and all of the twines underneath there. It's got a lot of air in there. And with the next bag, I can't stand on it because that's full of worms. And I'm not gonna kill some worms. That's just sad. And but anyway, for today, I'm done. Job's done. Sorry, nerd factor. Anyway, yeah, that's it. And I will show you the rest tomorrow. Bye bye. Rose out. Yes, major mess. Oh my god. Anyway, bye. It's snowing. I so wanted to finish the garden because yesterday night I put all the soil in. But it's snowing. It's winter. So I am not on internet much. I am not on YouTube much. I got the message yesterday evening that they wanted to admission me next Monday. So that's 4 days from now. And that gave me a little bit of a scare. I was able to postpone that to January the 8th. And then I have to wait till another position opens. But that's also going to mean that this month I'm going to be working real hard to preparing the house and all the orchids, so Barry can take over the orchid watering, and I want the garden to be winter prepared. Not sure how I'm going to do this, if it's gonna keep raining and snowing like this, because I am not working in the snow. But I wanted to let you know, everything is fine with me. I'm okay. Everything is rolling. I'm going to get my admission in January, so don't worry. But I probably won't be posting videos or watching other people's videos for the next month or two. So I wanted to say have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve festival or whatever you're going to do. And I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye. I am going to insert some photos of orchids and flowers that are in bloom. And that's going to be my update for fall and winter. I got no time to film. So that's that. I hope you enjoy the pictures of the blooms. And I wish you all very merry holidays. Love you all. Rose out. Bye. Okay, guys. You know when I said it was too cold to work outside because it was snowing? Little shot of my grow room. Everything is covered in snow. You know what the beauty is of snow? It doesn't look so messy. Well, it still does look messy. It's not really freezing, so I'm not really sure if it's gonna stay this way. But I just wanted to show you the first snow of the year. Yay! Happy winter! Time to freeze your nuts off. Oh, I cannot say that. Anyway, bye guys. Love you. See you later. You're making a what? A snowman? In Dutch that's a sneeuwpop. What's its name? Ah, cool. Well, bye bye. So the first bloom is Roger's Berioda, and I'm very happy with that one. I got Tillandsia ayanada in bloom, and that's very pretty. It's next to Joss's shrine. I got my twinkle in bloom. Another twinkle is making a flower spike. My cherry baby's having a flower spike, but I can't reach it. And I have some amaryllises in bloom, air bud. But I wanted to take this opportunity and say thank you. Thank you for making 2017 not only bearable, but enjoyable. Thank you for all the friendship. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the gifts. And oh my god, Sue, I repotted your plants. I'm really happy with them. I hadn't had the chance or the mind space to film them, but I am so happy with them. Cheyenne loves to watch. So yeah, thank you. I got rudely cut off, so I will film it when I'm back home in February. This is gonna be my last video for 2017 and fireworks, and I just really want to say that I'm thankful and appreciative of every one of you. You kickstarted my life back into gear. I joined a permaculture team that's making a food forest in my neighborhood, so that's awesome. And without you all, without gardening, without orchids, I would never be there. So I'm mapping out my future. I'm having plans for the future, and I'm happy, genuinely happy, and I'm getting better, and it's gonna be more better next year. So thank you all for supporting, thank you for subscribing, thank you for being there, and I wish you all an amazing last run of 2017, and I see you all next year. Bye. Rose out.